by Stephen Morocco, June 26, 2019, 2 p.m. The last time Jon Jones was in Las Vegas, he needed a full hearing to fight. For his upcoming bout at UFC 239, he got a rubber stamp approval. The Nevada Athletic Commission granted Jones 24-1 MMA, 18-1 UFC, a fight license Wednesday as part of a consent agenda, meaning commissioners passed it with a vote and no deliberations. Jones meets Thiago Santos, 21-6 MMA, 13-5 UFC, in the headliner of UFC 239, which takes place July 6 at T-Mobile Arena. NAC Executive Director Bob Bennett told ESPN.com that Jones' licenses for the remainder of this year, and added the UFC light heavyweight champion has been a consummate professional and given his full cooperation. Bennett said Jones has been drug tested 30 times by 3 agencies tasked with monitoring him since he was granted a conditional one-fight license for UFC 235 in March. Per online testing records maintained by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, Jones has been tested 4 times in the first quarter of this year. The NAC conducted a hearing in January after Bennett and NAC Chair Anthony Marnell declined to license Jones for a rematch against Alexander Gustafsson at UFC 232, prompting the UFC to move the event to California. Jones agreed to tests from the NAC, Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency, and USADA when a series of drug tests revealed trace amounts of the long-term steroid metabolite M3 in his system. Over the past 8 months, Jones has seesawed between positive and negative tests for the M3 metabolite, which initially showed up after his UFC 214 knockout of Daniel Cormier and resulted in a 15-month suspension. Jones has denied knowingly using any banned substances but has been unable to trace the source of his positive tests. After consulting anti-doping experts, USADA determined it won't punish Jones twice for the same metabolites because another sanction would represent double jeopardy, and the metabolites aren't performance-enhancing. Nevada and California have honored that decision, though they've ordered additional drug testing to ensure the metabolites don't offer Jones any performance-enhancing benefit. UFC Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance Jeff Nowitzki has speculated that Jones' positive tests are the result of the champ peaking during training camp for fights. Based on the amount of testing he's had over this last 2 months, these recent low-level positives are the best evidence I think we've seen of what these experts are telling us, and that is no re-administration of this substance, and no performance-enhancing benefit, Nowitzki said in March. You have 2 very low-level picogram positives bookended by 2 negative tests within a week and a half. If there was re-administration of this substance, you would clearly see the parent compound. You would see short and mid-term metabolites, which science has shown would be in existence for several weeks. So while unfortunate for Jon, I think based on the level of testing, it's the best evidence I've seen. Jones first ran afoul of anti-doping rules in 2016, when a pre-fight drug test for his UFC 200 title unifier against Daniel Cormier revealed the presence of banned estrogen blockers clomiphene and letrozole. He took his case with USADA to arbitration and was given a 1-year suspension after he was found to be at fault for ingesting a tainted sexual enhancement pill. For complete coverage of UFC 239, check out the UFC Rumors section of the site. Breaking, Jon Jones, UFC 239 News, UFC Let's Block Ads.